Hi, what's up, guys? Yesterday we added the last feature to Cryptowiz that was needed before we could launch. And in this video today, I'll show you how this new feature works. I'll also touch briefly on the 4 things that we need to do before we launch. Okay, so this new feature is available in the reports, and it's basically a pop-up function that gives users additional information about data that they are seeing in the reports. Okay, so for example, let's take a look at the report called currency report. So I'll just click on currency report, and you will notice that all the names in the first column has a dotted line below them. So for example, if you look at currency coins, there's a dotted line below it, and the dotted line means that it's clickable. Same thing with Bitcoin, there's a dotted line below Bitcoin, and there's a dotted line between altcoins. So all the reports now have dotted lines under the first column, which means that users could click on these items to get additional information. So let me show you how it works. I'll click on currency coins. If you look closely in the table, you'll see that there are 9 currency coins with a market cap of 29.9 billion, and that's an increase of 23.3% from the previous month. Okay, so I'm going to click on currency coins now, and what you will see is that the pop-up will show you exactly which 9 coins those are. So what 9 coins we have selected as currency coins. So those are BCH, BSV, Dash, GRIN, LTC, XMR, XRP, XLM, and XTC. Those are the 9 coins, and the combined market cap was 29.9 billion this month, and that's 23.3% higher than the previous month. So after a user have read this information, they could click on got it, and then that pop-up will just disappear. I could go back and show you another report. For example, let's take a look at the Ethereum report at the bottom. When I click on the Ethereum report, there are 2 rows. There's the Ethereum platform and there's Ethereum tokens, but I don't know exactly how many Ethereum tokens there are that has this market cap of 13.3 billion. Is it 2? Is it 10? Is it 20? So when I click on the Ethereum tokens on the second line, I'm going to do that right now, then you're going to see that a pop-up will appear, and you'll see that there are 1,192 cryptocurrencies that are using the Ethereum to generate tokens. So there's 1,192 Ethereum tokens, and the combined market cap for those 1,192 tokens, that's 13.3 billion. So users get a little bit more information about the data in the table by clicking on these words in the first column of every single report in the app. Okay, so that was the last feature that you wanted to add. So now the reports are complete. Okay, if you look at the top, then there's the Ethereum blue button. That was one functionality. It tells you about how this report works. Then there was April, the month that you could select. Okay, you could choose a different month. Right, this is February, for example. And now we've also added the functionality that I could click on Ethereum platform, for example. I'm going to click on it now, and then you get some extra information, and then you could swipe at the bottom to see the different summaries for this report. So this is actually the last piece of functionality that we were waiting to build to complete the reports. So now that the reports are 100% complete, we won't have to add any new features to them for now, and our main focus will be to onboard new users and track how they're using the app. And I've actually created a document for this, and I'll be sharing this document in the email with you now. This document explains the next 4 things that we have to focus on before we could launch. So the first thing, number 1, is first to test functionality. So I've made a sheet about that. You could read that. Number 2, is to remove the registration process. I've made a sheet for this so you guys could understand what that all entails. Number 3 is for us to publish the app in the app stores. I've also made a sheet for that so you guys could read about it. And the 4th thing we have to do is to redesign, to create some new designs for the app store, because our app has changed so much in the last couple months. We have to put new screenshots in the app store. So these are the 4 things we have to do, and then we're able to launch Cryptowiz. Okay, so the good news for now is that no more features has to be added to the app. We just have to focus on these 4 things: testing the app, removing the registration process, and then submitted it to Apple and changing the designs in the App Store. Now, after we launch, these are the next 3 things, or actually I should say these are the first 3 things that we should focus on. Cycle 1, so we're going to onboard some users, and then we're going to analyze the metrics. I went to Amsterdam yesterday, met with Mike Timmerman, and we did some work for these metrics. So he's going to be helping in that area. And then after we have analyzed the metrics for these first groups of users, then we're going to make some improvements on the app, and then we're going to do a second cycle. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys more details once we launch on the first cycle, the second cycle, and the growth forecast. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up and let you know that this week we finished the last functionality for the report. So we have all the functionality now ready for the app. We just have to focus on these 4 items, and then we can launch Cryptowiz. I don't have the exact time and dates for when this will happen. So what I did in this PDF, I just put an indication of how much work each of these 4 items is going to be. And once I have a clearer indication in terms of timelines, I'm going to share the exact timelines with you guys. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you guys soon.